Evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. Today is day 55, and we continue our journey into the week's theme, which is freedom and discipline. Over the past few days, we have explored how discipline, when embraced with love, becomes the very soil in which true freedom blooms. Tonight, let us reflect on how discipline is not only a guiding structure, but also a quiet strength that supports our spiritual growth in every season of life. Taji beautifully states discipline is something which has to come from inside and not to be imposed from outside. The inner born discipline becomes a bridge between our chaotic impulses and the stillness of the heart where genuine freedom resides. Imagine a beautiful garden in full bloom. Behind its effortless charm is a quiet, consistent care, watering, pruning, nurturing the soil. Left unattended, the same garden would quickly be overrun by weeds. In our abhyas, in our spiritual life, discipline plays a very important role of a gardener. It keeps the space of our heart clear, nourished, and ready for the seeds of divine inspiration to grow. And when we commit to our abhyas, morning meditation, evening cleaning, nighttime prayer, we are tending to this inner garden. The consistency of this care gives us a quiet strength. It allows us to meet challenges without losing our grounding and to respond with freedom instead of reacting in haste. In heartfulness, freedom does not mean doing whatever we please. It means being free from the compulsions of our habits, desires, and restlessness. This is possible only through self governance and inner leadership cultivated by discipline. By observing ourselves, adjusting our direction, and aligning our actions with the voice of the heart, we step out of the prison of impulses and into the space of conscious choice. The paradox is what, while discipline may seem like a restriction from the outside, from within, it is a key that unlocks a life of inner spaciousness, dignity, and joy. Dear sisters and brothers, we encourage you to invite your family and friends to also join BHED sessions or master classes. You never know, your invitation may become a turning point in their life. And this evening, we return to our reading, which is from the article Destiny and Freedom of Choice by beloved Daji. We have already read a few paragraphs, and now we are going to resume. Lord Krishna introduced a great concept. Even if you perform a good action with very noble, pious intentions, if it is done with some motive, it will turn out to be a sinful action. Why? Because at the base of it is the desire of gratification for doing something good. This aspect of doing good things for self satisfaction promotes and fuels the ego. And the ego is the biggest culprit that keeps us separate, not only from each other, but also from the source itself. Imagine there is a big ocean and you put an earthen pot in it. It will quickly fill up the water, and the water inside the pot and outside is the same. Imagine balloons floating in the sky. There is air inside and outside, separated by plastic. And we are like those earthenware pots and balloons with our own individual existence, immersed in the universal existence. We remain individuals floating in the entire existence. And we are like that because of our own individualized creation, which began with the first separation. So, how can we reunite with the original source once again? Heartfulness comes to our rescue with methods to transcend all that separates us, and it gives us a higher purpose to life, the ultimate destiny of reuniting with the source. It is easy to read the following passage from the Bhagavad Gita. You have the right to work only but never to its fruits. Let not the fruits of action be your motive, nor let your attachment be to inaction. We can understand the concept, but it is difficult to implement, even for simple things like going to a restaurant to have lunch. We must plan, we must decide to walk or drive, choose which way to go, and go in a way that will not disturb the people around us. The goal of our choices is always in sight, whether it is big or small, it is always there. How can I not think of the fruits before I engage myself in any action? Why would I not think of my higher goal before I attempt to meditate? We practice heartfulness with this higher goal in mind. Is not the goal the fruit of our actions? We do not forget the result. We keep the goal in mind and lead a lifestyle suitable for fulfilling that goal. Anything less and we fail. It is the same principle for an athlete, an astronaut, or a spiritual seeker. The fruit of our meditation and lifestyle changes is union with the highest principle to be one with that ultimate state. It is only possible when the drop merges with the ocean. And how can the water in the earthenware pot merge in the ocean when the earthenware pot breaks? Our dream is to bring about such oneness, such unity, though we are separate individuals, so that we dissolve into each other with harmony and mutual respect at the very least. And with this harmony, with this unity, we will trigger a new society. The earthenware pot within us is related to consciousness. There is no special entity called the ego that we can pinpoint and say the ego is there. The ego has a lot to do with the consciousness. If the sun and other stars were not there in the sky, what would happen? Imagine the color of space before creation. There was utter darkness, no light. The Vedas and Upanishads praise light so much, and that makes sense when we understand light as knowledge, light as realization, light as understanding, light as a function of consciousness. Dear sisters and brothers, let us take a few moments of silence, letting these truths rest gently within us, and let us prepare ourselves for the universal prayer and Friday 9 p.m. meditation with beloved Taji. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। May peace gently settle in every heart, and may this universal prayer awaken in all a pure love, deep devotion, and a sincere longing for the divine. Dear sisters and brothers, as the day comes to a close, please take some moments to offer the bedtime prayer, holding in our hearts the reflections of the day, releasing what no longer serves, and treasuring what has uplifted us, and resting in the quiet embrace of the divine. We thank you for being a part of this evening's reflection, and we look forward to seeing you all tomorrow for the morning session at 6 a.m. as we journey further into the beautiful theme of freedom and discipline, discovering how each supports and completes the other on our path of heartfulness. Dear sisters and brothers, may the night be spent in serenity. May your heart remain in gentle remembrance of beloved Master, and may your dreams carry you closer to the source. Wishing you all a very good night.